I think we should just get started. It's been long enough. I've been trying with this streaming. It's been long enough. All right, so this is a morning yoga practice. We're gonna go ahead and start on the floor. So settle in, find your way to a reclining position. Go ahead and extend those feet out as far away from you as you can. Help yourself to lengthen your legs. And then slowly with care, bring yourself all the way down to the floor and reach those arms out into a T. Let the wholeness of your body settle into the floor as you sense yourself connecting again with your breath. So find an inhale and then a long, slow exhale, softening your belly, softening the soles of your feet as they settle into the floor beneath you. And then with care, we're just gonna warm up morning muscles. So to start with, let's take up care of our low back, just gently tipping from side to side, moving at a pace that works for you, but remembering to stay connected to your breath. Slowly back and forth, taking your time. Good, take one or two more, whatever feels right. And then we're gonna all meet with an exhale back to the middle. And then with care, draw those knees in towards your chest. Everybody is going to feel this in their own limitations. So some people can bring those knees all the way up to their chest. Some people might be hanging out up here. That's totally fine. Go ahead and take your hands though and place them either on the tops of your knees or you can slide them to the back sides of your legs. We're gonna let those legs fall away from you. Let your shoulders relax down your back with the weight of your head fall into the floor and just take a moment to relax. And again, connect with the movement of your breath. So what I would like us to notice is as you exhale, your belly button softens down towards the floor behind you. And as you inhale, you can sense your ribs expand. Exhale, belly soften. Now we're gonna move with that breath. So as you inhale, your knees will gently pull or draw away from you and you can sense your arms lengthening. And as you exhale, you're gonna pull those knees in towards your chest. Your inhale begins and your knees travel away from you. Your exhale begins and then you draw those knees in towards your chest. And again, we're just warming up morning muscles. Usually for me, it takes me a while for my back to warm up. So we're just taking this time to connect with our breath, connect with the muscles that need some attention, bringing some blood to those spaces. And also you might notice as you draw your knees away from you, you can also sense yourself moving or sensing the back side of your body. Be aware of that. So inhale, knees move away. Exhale, belly button draws towards the floor behind you as your thighs get closer towards your chest. Great. All right. So now let's lower those feet back to the floor and we're just gonna do that with one leg. So let's pull that left knee in towards your chest. Hold that shin, flex your feet, sense that belly button soften away from you with your exhale. And then as the inhale arises, straighten or lengthen that left foot towards the ceiling. Again, these are morning muscles, so you're not gonna have a straight leg. Don't yank it. Just gently extend your heel towards the ceiling. And then with your exhale, your knee moves in towards your ribs, towards your chest. Inhale, lengthen that heel towards the ceiling. Sense your hip dropping down towards the floor. And then exhale, pull that knee in towards your chest. You can stay and do that as many times as you like. Maybe your left side is your tighter side or this feels good in your hip. Stay and do as many as you need to help warm up those legs. Good, all right, let's go ahead and shift over to the other side. The left leg extends as you inhale, and again, here's that exhale, and your thigh comes in towards your chest. Inhale, lengthen that heel towards the ceiling. Good, sense your ribs expand, and then as you exhale, pull, draw that knee in towards your chest. Again, waking up morning muscles. extending your heel, lengthening, opening. Even sense yourself all the way through your calf. Pull your toes towards your shins. Good, and then again, bring that knee in towards your chest and lower your feet to the floor. Good, we're gonna take our feet as wide as our mat. So your feet are wide, your knees are wide, and we're gonna go back to, again, that gentle shift from side to side. And now we're gonna take some time to gently stay. So as you feel ready, we're gonna tip ourselves to the right side and stay to the right. The gaze of your head will turn over towards the left side, and you're looking for a nice gentle twist through your torso, sensing your ribs turning towards the right side, your knees are turning towards the right side, and maybe you can start to notice some opening in your quad or the front side of your left leg. Good. With your next exhale, bring those knees back to the middle, and we're going to shift our knees all the way over to the other side. So let that left knee fall, the right leg is falling, and then maybe you're going to begin to sense as your gaze looks over the right shoulder, that nice gentle twist through your torso. Again, softening your belly with your exhale and expanding your ribs with your inhale. And maybe as you notice, as you soften your belly, you can get a deeper stretch through the front of that right hip, all the way to the tip of the front of this right quad. Good, and then exhale, bring your knees back towards the middle. Nice. So the next thing that I described is gonna sound trickier than it is. So here's my left foot. I'm gonna put my left foot on the floor. It's gonna stay on the floor. Here's my right foot. I'm gonna take this right foot and tuck it under my left knee. So my left hand can touch my right foot. Maybe you can grab it. Maybe you're just touching it. It's up to you. Everybody's flexibility is different. That's totally fine. So you'll sense on your right side, your right knee is falling to the floor. Just like we did a moment ago with those windshield wiping knees, your knees fell to the floor. So our right knee is fallen towards the floor. We're gonna take this right hand and reach it towards the ceiling. We're looking for a great big stretch from the tip of your right knee to the tips of your fingers on your right side. We're getting a great big morning stretch through your right ribs. Remember to connect with your breath. So deep inhale expands your ribs. And a long, slow exhale softens your belly button down towards the floor. And again, perhaps you're noticing as you soften your belly button down towards the floor, you get a deep stretch through the front of your right thigh. Good, you can keep that right hand reaching and stretching through the back side of your right shoulder, or maybe you want to tuck that hand underneath you and support your head and continue to reach. Good, go ahead and unfold. Place your both feet flat to the floor again. So here's that trickiness again, right? So here's my right foot. I'm gonna lower my foot flat to the floor. Here's my left foot. I'm gonna tuck this left foot underneath my right leg. So you can see my left leg is on the floor, and I'm gonna take my left hand, reach it up and over my head. You can, if you want to, use your right hand to hold onto your left foot. Good, so great big stretch, side body stretch. Be aware of your breathing. Deep inhale and fill, expand your ribs. And long, slow exhale and let your belly button drop down towards the floor. Hopefully, again, you're sensing that nice stretch from the tip of your knee to the top of your hip. And then from the top of your hip to the top of your shoulder, and then on through your fingertips. Really lengthen, soften your belly. Good. All right, and then unravel. Nicely done. Good. So we're just doing a little bit of gentle twisting, a little bit of side stretching, and all the while staying connected to our breath. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead with care. Tip yourselves over and we're headed to all fours. So we're gonna check in and make sure, I'm gonna spin this way. Check in and make sure that your palms are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips, and you're just gently exhale, shift back, take a few moments here to, again, rest those ribs on your thighs, just like we did on our backs. Remember, we exhaled and our thighs pulled in towards our chest. And then we inhale, pull those legs away and be in your upper back as you push your hands through the floor. Turn your chest on, but be aware of your upper back because our lungs are expanding as we inhale. So the fullness of our ribs is what we're looking for here. So we exhale, make space with your belly as your belly button draws away and lengthen your tailbone. And then again, guide your breath, your body, your movement is guided by the expansion of your ribs as you come on forward to all fours. Good. Again, belly button draws towards your spine. Exhale, sense the length of your body reaching towards the wall behind you. Good. And then inhale, bring yourself back to all fours. Nice. Let's take a moment here to just do a little bit of free form motion, tipping from side to side, sensing that connection of where your femur and your hips are connected. Good. And then let's plant your left hand underneath where your nose would go if you were Pinocchio. So if you're Pinocchio and your nose, and you've been lying and your nose is reaching into your hand, that's the spot where we want your hand to be. And then we're going to inhale and reach that right hand up, looking for a great big torso twist. Good, letting your left ribs twist towards your right side. And then exhale, bring that hand back down toward the floor. So now your right hand goes to where that spot underneath your nose is. And your left hand comes up. Reach, extend. We're really moving our ribs. Sense the wholeness of your ribs move towards the right side. Fingertips extend towards the ceiling. And then with care, exhale, lower that left hand towards the floor. Good. So now we're going to take this right hand and place it behind your head. We're going to gently let that right elbow drop down towards the floor. And then inhale and open up. So you should feel a little bit more of an expansive stretch through the underside of your arm, through your intercostal muscles, through your ribs. And then exhale, lower that right elbow down. We're going to keep that left hand on the floor and we're going to inhale again. Reach that right elbow up toward the ceiling. Left ribs twist towards the right side. Exhale, lower that right elbow down. Good, one more time. Right arm reaches, torso twist, belly button draws towards your spine. Good, and then lower down. All right, let's go ahead and switch. We're going to do those same three to the other side. So we're taking your left hand, place it behind your head. Let that left elbow fall towards the floor. And then inhale, open your heart center towards the left side, letting those right ribs twist towards the left side. Good, exhale, lower it down. Inhale, expand your ribs, open, twist those right ribs towards the left side. Good, exhale. Belly button is dropping back down towards the floor. Inhale, arm comes up. Last one. Great big stretch here. Good. And then lower that hand back down towards the floor. And let's tuck those toes under behind us. And we're going to shift ourselves into a down dog. So let the fullness of the back sides of your legs open towards the wall behind you. Sense your hips, the tail of your spine reaching towards the corner of the ceiling and the wall behind you. And lengthen your hands and push your palms through the floor. Make it as long as of a reach through your hands as you can. And then with care, inhale, lower your knees back down towards the floor. Good. Tuck those toes under again. Shift back. And reach. Let the corner of your ceiling pull your hips towards the corner of the wall. Push your heels through the floor. Lengthen those morning muscles. Feel the wobble of your hips as you sense the wholeness of your hips reaching towards the ceiling. And then lower slowly down. We're not going to let our knees touch the ground here. We're going to hold here for a moment. We're going to take this opportunity to activate the strength in our core. So my knees are hovering off the ground, my palms are pushing through the floor, and I'm holding, and I'm breathing. Stay connected. See if you can sense here, with a deep inhale, your ribs expand. And then with your exhale, your belly button draws towards your spine behind you. Deep inhale, ribs expand, and exhale, belly button draws towards your spine, and lift your hips up, back into a down dog. Good, lengthening your spine, opening up the back sides of your legs. Good, and then again, slowly lower down, bring your knees slowly to the floor. Whew, good job. Nice work. Let's take a moment. We're gonna exhale, shift back into a child's pose. Lengthen your tailbone as far away from you as you can. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Good, take a moment here to rest. And again, pay attention to your breathing. Inhale, your ribs expand. Even the back sides of your ribs expand. And exhale, belly button draws towards your spine behind you. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draws towards your spine behind you. Good. All right, let's shift forward again, tucking those toes under, and we're gonna draw our hips up again for that down dog with that exhale. And then we're gonna shift ourselves into a plank. So we activated, we warmed up our thighs, we warmed up the front side of our body with the strength of each exhale, pulling your belly button towards your spine. Find that strength. If plank on your toes feels like too much, go ahead and come on down to your knees. That's awesome. Good, and connect with your palms. Make sure your palms are pushing through the floor. Feel all 10 fingers actively pushing towards the floor. If you can see your thumb and your finger together, spread them out. Spread it out. Feel your hands feeling nice and strong and active. Good, if you haven't already, bring your knees down to the floor. We are now going to connect our breathing with a slow knee push-up or exhale, sort of a chaturanga position. So we're going to exhale, and with care, lower our heart centers to the floor. Take your moment, relax. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. And here comes again. Inhale, rise up. Bring yourself back to that sort of knee plank. Good. And here comes again. Exhale. Lower yourself to the floor. If this sort of mini push-up feels like too much for you this morning, that's totally fine. You can just stay in the knee plank. Okay, and again, inhale, exhale. Get all that air out of your body. Exhale completely. And then inhale, and sense yourself rise up like you're floating like a balloon up towards the ceiling. Awesome. We'll do that one more time. So slowly exhale, lower down, relax your heart center into the floor beneath you. Inhale fully. Good. Exhale completely. And hopefully as you inhale, your lungs are like balloons. They're going to float you up towards the ceiling. Awesome. Back in that mini push-up. Exhale, shift yourselves all the way back, child's pose. Nicely done. Reaching your tailbone as far away from you as you can. Inhale, bring yourselves forward, tuck your toes under, we're headed to a down dog. Good. So with care, however you do it, it does not need to look pretty. I do not care. Bend your knees, slowly walk your hands back towards your toes, and then with care, inhale halfway to a monkey pose. So what we're looking for here is maybe you have softly bent knees. You have sort of like a right angle at your hips, and we'll take our hands, push those thighs away. Make as much space as you can between your thighs and the crown of your head. Good. So let's do a deep inhale. Fill these lungs, and then exhale, slide your fingertips towards the floor, towards your shins, and fall. So we're deflating We're relaxing our shoulders and our head towards the floor. Here comes again that float up. We inhale, our heart center floats up. Good, and then here comes your exhale. Exhale, float down towards the floor. Hopefully you're noticing you're warming up and strengthening the back sides of your legs. Inhale, float up. Good, halfway up, monkey pose. And here we go. Exhale, belly button draws towards your spine. Slide your fingertips down towards the floor. Let your head hang. Good, inhale, exhale. Inhale, all the way up to stand. Fingertips reach towards the ceiling. Extend your fingertips. And let's take a moment here. Grab your right wrist and tip. Grab your left wrist and tip to the right. Inhale, back to the middle. Grab your right wrist and tip to the left. Good. Inhale, back to the middle. Exhale, lower down. And we're going to go all the way back to walking out to the top of our mat, bringing ourselves into either a plank or knees down and holding here. Let's do another one where we exhale, lower down. Inhale, float up. Awesome. Tuck those toes under, shift back. And with care, however you can get there, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pretty. We're bringing ourselves back to that forward fold, waiting for the inhale to bring us to that halfway up, that monkey pose. Good, and then we're looking for exhale, fall down, fall forward. And then here comes our inhale, bringing us all the way up to stand, fingertips reach towards the ceiling. Awesome, exhale, one more, fold, lower your torso towards the floor, letting the wholeness of your shoulders reach towards the floor, and then walk your hands out. This is your inhale, holding. Good, and then knees lower down. Here's your exhale, and lowering your chest to the floor. Here comes your inhale, push through the floor. Shift your hips back, and with your exhale, find your way back towards that halfway up monkey pose. Inhale, here it goes. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, all the way up to stand. Awesome. Exhale, lower your hands all the way down. Hopefully you're feeling yourself warmed up. We're going to use blocks now, or your pillows, whatever you have. And we're going to take those blocks, place them on either side of the front of your mat. And we're heading towards a warrior pose. So your right and your left foot are on either side of your that straight line that's running down the center of your mat. And then we're going to go ahead and let this left heel come up. Belly button is nice and strong. And we're gonna slowly lower our hands down to our blocks. Good, so drive that left heel away. Rest your right ribs on your right thigh. Relax your shoulders, down your back, and then push those palms through your blocks or your pillows, whatever it is that you have, or maybe it's through the floor. If you can, push the wholeness of your hands through the surface that's supporting them. Good, and then check in with your right foot. Push the wholeness of your right foot through the floor. Good, and now we're gonna connect again with our breath. So go ahead and inhale, deep inhale, and then long, slow exhale. Belly button draws in towards your spine. So you're deeply getting into that right hip. Now here comes your inhale, and rise up. Reach your fingertips towards the corner of the wall and the ceiling in front of you. And then exhale, fold. You're gonna feel this work through your right thigh. Belly button is active and strong, pulling towards your belly behind you. Good, and then inhale, rise up. Good, exhale, fall down, letting your ribs and your thighs connect. Good, here it comes again. Inhale, rise up. Good, and exhale, fold forward. Take a moment here, checking in with your right hip. Good, keeping those blocks there. We're gonna shift our weight back. You can let the blocks travel with you and straighten or lengthen the back side of your right leg. Good, sense your feet, draw your toes towards your shins, and then slowly pace the wholeness of your foot through the floor. Nice, good. All right, so with care, lower your left knee down towards the floor. Take your right foot back. Exhale, shift back, child's pose. Inhale, come on forward to all fours. Tuck those toes under, exhale, shift back to your down dog. Push the wholeness of your palms through the floor, and then walk those hands all the way back to your toes. Here comes that inhale, so rise up. Here comes your exhale, fold forward. Here comes your inhale, come on all the way up to stand. Good, exhale, lower your hands down. Same thing to the other side. So now that left foot is going forward. We're imagining that the left foot is on one side of the center line of your mat, your right foot is on the other. We're gonna turn that toe up. Belly button slowly draws down towards the floor as we use our blocks and rest your rib, your left rib on your left thigh. Good, check in with your hips, making sure that your right foot is driving away, your left foot is pushing through the floor beneath you. Good, inhale deeply, exhale completely. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Remember, drawing your belly button towards your spine. Here comes your inhale, rise up. Good, reach those fingertips towards the corner of the ceiling and the wall away from you. Strong left leg, awesome. Exhale, here comes your fold. So we're getting deeply into this left hip, pushing the wholeness of your left foot through the floor, driving your right heel away. Belly button is aware of the movement of your breath. So inhaling and your ribs expand. Exhale and your belly button draws towards your spine. Your ribs rest on your thigh. Good. And then inhale, rise up. Good. Let those full lungs float you up towards the ceiling, towards the corner of the ceiling and the wall in front of you. Good. Exhale, lower down. Good. One more time. So again, exhale, letting your ribs settle down onto your left thigh. And then inhale, your lungs are helping you float up. Awesome. Exhale, lower down. Gently bring that right knee down towards the floor. Bring your left knee back. Again, exhale, shift back, child's pose. Inhale, shift forward, all fours. Tuck those toes under. Exhale, shift back, down dog. Good, lengthening the wholeness of your legs behind you. Your heels pushing through the floor as you walk your hands back towards your toes. However they get there, it does not matter. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Relaxing the wholeness of your body, hanging towards the floor. Good, inhale. Rise up. Exhale, belly button draws towards your spine. Fall forward. Good, last one. Inhale, rise up, all the way up. Bring your palms to your heart center. Let your shoulders roll down your back. Good. Relax your hands to either side. And we're just gonna take a couple more morning stretches. Inhale, arms come up. Grab your left wrist, tip to the right. Good, and again, remembering those big stretches we did earlier, warming up our side body. Inhale, back to the middle. Grab your right wrist, tip to the left. Great big side body stretch. Belly button draws towards the wall behind you. Inhale, back to the middle. Exhale, hands down, hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.